There's your intro. You're up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Weird Frequencies. Sorry, I don't know where that noise came from. Coming to you live from a bunker deep under the ground. So deep. I mean, we're talking deep. Like at least 50 feet. And Bubba dug it all by hand. That's right. Hand dug bunkers somewhere under a cornfield in central Illinois. Tyler's house actually sits on top of the cornfield, and it's our base. And, you know, we have lasers and stuff installed in there. Uh-huh. And anyway, this is Weird Frequencies. Just kidding. This is a news show, and we talk about weird stuff going on in the world and try to figure it out. And we get with our audience and try to figure it all out. I'm Rob. This is Ghost Hunter Extraordinaire, Tyler, and Bigfoot believer and researcher extraordinaire, Big Bad Bubba.
More like Bigfoot stalker.
Bigfoot lover. And I won't go into that. Bigfoot raped me. No,
oh God, don't bring that damn thing.
And look what I wore tonight for the show, Bubba. My son got me this.
Samurai Bigfoot?
Samurai Bigfoot, baby.
Hell yeah.
You can barely see it now. I don't know if I can turn off my... God dang it. I can't turn off the blend mode thing. Anyway, there we go. Samurai Bigfoot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My son ordered that for me because he thinks I believe in Bigfoot.
It kind of reminds me of the Assassin's Creed Shadow game, but with a Bigfoot.
No, I wear my hat. Hold on. No, I'm not wearing it. Never mind. They got me a hat with a Bigfoot logo on it. It's pretty funny. They always get me Bigfoot stuff. All right. So welcome to the show, listeners and everybody. We're let's see. We got like already about 700 viewers. That's pretty awesome. Thank you, everybody. I'm just lying about everything. Okay, so Tyler, had something to say earlier about...
Yeah. What do you want to talk about tonight? You want to talk about dire wolves or...
Yeah, what's the deal with these dire wolves?
We got dire wolves for GTA 6. We got dire wolves before Red Dead Redemption 3, for God's sakes. That's the game I'm waiting on.
Dang, Tyler's totally slamming GTA and Rockstar.
Yeah, big news last week. Right Monday, we thought we were going to be covering a few things tonight, but for the first time ever, I mean, real quick, do you guys notice our childhoods are kind of like becoming reality? You have Terminator with AI, and now you have Jurassic Park with the dire wolves.
Man, I'm convinced anything we think up is going to happen eventually. Almost. I mean, look at Star Trek. You know, the 60s show. We almost have everything from that show almost, except warp drive. You know, teleporting. Those are two things we don't have, but we have everything else. Like that little tricorder that the doctor used to hold. That's our phone. Our phone can do everything that tricorder did that Doc had when he was like, let me check this or that. Your phone can do all that. But even, you know, the things on the Jetsons cartoon, and we have all that almost. It's crazy. Push button food. And walk into McDonald's now and go doot, press the button, your food comes out.
They still get it wrong.
Comes out.
They still get it wrong.
The
goddamn ice cream machine still broken at McDonald's. Ugh.
Is that the cute little dire wolves?
These are Romulus and Remus. These are two males. They were born in October. Khaleesi is the third. She's female. She was born in January. Now, it's really I don't know how they got this. So here's what they did. And to people who are saying that, oh, these are not legitimate dire wolves, these are actually
There's people saying that. Yeah.
there's people saying that these guys, Romulus and Remus, have an 80% genome match to what we know dire wolves have. Khaleesi has a whopping 83, so she is the closest. And what they did was they basically dire wolves are descendants of gray wolves. They went and they took DNA from a tooth in a cave and a skull of a dire wolf that died, the most recent one.
Uh-huh.
They took the unfertilized egg of a gray wolf and replaced its genome types with the genome types of the dire wolf. And that's how we get these guys. And
de-extinction.
Yeah, this is, look at them. That's them. They are literally they're 5 months
Resurrection.
old. They're 5
That's
months
them now?
That's them now. They're 5 months old.
No
and
way.
They are already the size of a normal gray wolf at 5 months. And they're still growing. And it is just crazy. Like, there's so much about these animals that just by bringing it back, we didn't know. We didn't know the hair was white. It's white like a polar bear, which makes sense because dire wolves were mostly in a cold, inclement environment, kind of like polar bears.
Uh-huh.
They have a mane, which is interesting too.
The company's named Colossal Biosciences.
The company's name is Colossal Biosciences.
That's pretty wild.
They did their owner the day this came out. And I don't know how he did this. I don't know how he didn't sit. He sat on this for so long. But the owner of Colossal went on Joe Rogan the day the news broke. ABC and Joe Rogan were the first two to break it out.
Yeah.
And literally, no one thought these things existed. No one thought they were going to be legitimately created. But here we are. We have full-blown, authentic. Oh, somewhat authentic.
So their next project is to revive the dodo.
Their next project, they have said they're working on multiples right now.
That was a dumb, worthless. Would probably go extinct.
See, here's the thing with those dire wolves. They may not be 100% dire wolf, but now the more that they reproduce,
yeah.
every time it gets closer and closer, and it's going to end up being 100%.
Yes.
I don't know how much it gains with each generation, but
they're also working.
Probably a few generations, there'll be 100% dire wolf.
They're also working on white rhinos. There's 2 left.
Yes, they're working on the white rhinos and the red wolf. They're working on
the 2 that are left are infertile.
They're working on blue macaws. They've said that. The extinct animals they're working on right now, they said, of course, they're working on the woolly mammoth. They're really close with that one, which they did say they tried, but the fetus did not make it. It died. They're working on thylacine, which is really interesting, Tasmanian tiger, and they're working on the dodo, like Rob said.
So this is interesting. We should be honest. What we're witnessing isn't resurrection; it's reimagination. They're not what they were.
They're not 100. They're not 100%. No, they're not
new
100%.
Versions that we reimagined and de-extincted. But de-extinct. It's Jurassic Park, baby.
And that's.
Do we really need woolly mammoths running around? Do we really need dire wolves running around either? I mean, I mean, they're cool looking, but you ever seen Game of Thrones?
Where you go? Put
I have actually not seen that.
Well, if you did, you'd be saying we don't need dire wolves running around because they stand their shoulders, go to your shoulders. So that's how big they are in the show, right, Tyler? I mean, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how big these things are supposed to grow, but and I don't know how big that skull was they found, but if they're real, I don't know what the deal is. But
wow, let me pull up
Reimagination, everybody. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's one thing they mentioned on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan actually asked the guy, "Are they going to do dinosaurs?" He's saying Colossal will not do dinosaurs, but he says it's going to happen. Someone is going to get that breakthrough. Which that's fucking. It's like I said the other night on my show. There's 7 fucking movies why that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And in case anybody's wanting to know how big these guys are supposed to get, there's a dire wolf compared to basically a human. A husky.
Yeah. I said shoulder to shoulder. It's close. I mean, still, that right on the side, there's a dog, little normal husky down there. It's twice as big as a husky.
I mean, these things are apex predators. They are. So, which raises the question: if they clone these guys, do they already have something a predator or a prey in the works?
I mean, gray wolves are mean enough, right? Against a human, 1-on-1. I wouldn't want to take on no gray wolf.
I wouldn't want to take on a gray wolf. No.
Those things snap at you. Whew. So, Stoner wants a woolly mammoth. Okay, well,
here we go.
What are you going to do with it? I mean, ride it around. It might be cool to ride. I mean, you can hang on to the fur and just kind of be like, yeah. But I don't know.
They might taste good.
Baby woolly mammoths would be cool, just running around. They'd look like it from Adam's Family.
You see a tuft of hair running around. I mean,
yeah. You could probably comb it like that. Put some little eyeballs on them, some glasses.
Oh, and there it is. It's just like she was saying the other night on the show.
Oh, of course. Yeah, there you go. I'm with you. That sounds amazing.
I'm not saying she's wrong by all means. No.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Chloe she's our resident lesbian, and
I love lesbians. Welcome to the shows.
Yeah, we have like multiple lesbians that watch our show apparently.
So
we love them all.
There you go. Dire wolves, woolly mammoths, dinosaurs, all coming up soon, everybody. White rhinos, dodo birds. We're bringing them back, baby. Because the world just needs dodo birds.
Yeah, there's several. I think the dodo's going to be interesting. I think the dodo's probably the one they're going to do next.
I mean, why not pick something awesome like a pterodactyl?
There are literally 7 goddamn movies. That's a bad idea.
Yes,
that's exactly what I said the other night, Rob.
Bubba's
I
down.
said the only thing is, don't stand underneath a pterodactyl.
Right, no, yeah, don't be anywhere like within a couple miles of one of them.
Can you imagine your car getting peppered by a fucking pterodactyl turd?
I mean, flying lizards, giant lizards with teeth. Yeah.
We don't need dinosaurs. If you want to bring back like the good shit, like dodos, woolly mammoths, megatherium.
They'll be sitting around picking up them little baby woolly mammoths.
What about a giant ground sloth?
That's a megatherium. I could see megatherium. I could see the American bison.
As long as it's slow, like regular sloth. That's all right.
But I mean, there's literally 7 damn movies that's explaining why I don't need a T-Rex to be running around my backyard, because fuck that shit.
Getting stoned in a fire pit naked with the woolly mammoth.
Chloe is a hardcore stoner. She
rubbing on a woolly mammoth and snuggling. I don't mean rubbing, I mean snuggling. Snuggling a woolly. Heck yeah. That sounds awesome. Okay. What else? There's a black tower structure has been spotted at Area 51 on Google Earth that everybody's freaking out about. I'll bring it up here.
What is it?
You ever heard about this?
Big old black tower. Eagle-eyed hunter discovered a curious tower-like structure at Area 51. Look at that, baby. If we can zoom in on that a little bit. Let me Control plus it. There we go. Big old black tower. It's the Dark Tower, man, from the Stephen King novels. Zooming in, there's the coordinates yourself. Okay, let's do this. Can we do this? They're like, go ahead, find it yourself, bitch.
You want to do it, or you want me to do it?
Do it. Go for it.
All right, let me see if I can do it. What's the coordinates on that guy? It's
copy and paste them. I can.
Yeah, copy and paste it and send it to me.
I'll put it in the chat.
There you go. So everybody else can see it and be like,
Yeah,
hey.
everybody give it a shot. People will be like, what the hell is this?
All right, let me see if I can't find
Some suggested it might be a control tower for nearby airstrips, but others put forward the idea that it's some sort of scientific experiment or weather station. Others believe it's related to reverse engineered alien technology, of course.
Yeah, it's the control tower for the alien UFOs.
Yeah. And all the UFOs flying around in orbs.
I could see that.
Okay.
Also, this door has been spotted in Google Maps in Antarctica.
Is that's in Maps or Google Earth?
Google Earth.
Google Earth. Okay, that's why. I'm in Maps.
It's a door in Antarctica that you can find, and that.
See, I'm more and more believing that there's a lot more to Antarctica than what we know.
That's Google Earth zooming in. You can, I mean,
like I'm seeing more and more and more stories about things that are going on in Antarctica.
I mean, that's pretty wild.
I'm sure
that's some
AI
AI shit right there. But
so I'm
that
typing
first picture
in.
wasn't all that convincing to me. Could have just been a melted, shape like that. That right there, that doesn't look like anything special. But who knows?
So I'm typing in the coordinates that it's not bringing. It says cannot complete task for some reason. I don't get.
Oh dang! You're getting
take
blocked.
It down, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
You're getting blocked. It's the Men in Black.
Yeah, it's weird.
Let me try. It said click here. Actually,
I'm gonna try it. No search results. What the hell?
Did you try just Googling the coordinates, just a regular Google, just to see what it comes up with?
Yeah, I can't. Maybe you got better luck. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
Let's try it. Here, I'll share my screen.
Yeah, because I tried putting in another coordinate. It brought me to Las Vegas, but for some reason it's not bringing up that area. I wonder if somebody told Google shut this down. Did they actually shut this? That's weird.
Google Earth by entering these coordinates. Search the web. Let's go to Google Earth.
Okay, so I got Area 51. Looking for the tower. Isn't that kind of crazy how I know exactly where fucking Area 51 is on the map without even having to type it in?
That's funny.
It's like, oh, I know where it's at. It's just a few miles north of freaking Las Vegas. What is that?
No results.
I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's a radar antenna. Oh, that's a weird ass fucking radar antenna.
No results. So who knows? Maybe they're full of shit, huh? There we go.
Wait a minute. No. I don't know. I'm searching around the entire base perimeter. Oh, you know, a baseball diamond in Area 51?
Do they really?
Yeah, check this out. They got a baseball diamond. Shut up. Freaking aliens are playing baseball. Look at that. That's in Area 51.
So it's right around the tower?
No, they just put it's a baseball. There's a baseball. I'm searching for the tower still, but I'm not. I just randomly found a baseball field right in the middle of Area 51.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it yet. Go ahead, do it again. Sure.
I think I'm sharing, ain't
I? Maybe you are.
Wait, what's going on here? What is this? There it is.
There it is.
Right now. Yeah, that's in Area 51. It's a fucking random ass baseball field.
Wow.
Yeah, so the aliens can learn how to play the American pastime.
Yep.
I'll bet those asshole aliens are all Yankees fans too. Let's see.
Pretty wild. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not finding any tower, but there is something other than that baseball field. There's something. Let me get back to it. I don't know. Maybe this is the tower that news article was talking about. Where'd it go? There it is. But there's some. I don't know what this is. I can't tell if this is like just sun reflecting off of it but I don't get what that is. That's a crane or something? I didn't think they had cranes in Area 51.
Wow. Look at that. Wow. Every time I look in there, pictures on Google Earth, it's just desert.
I don't know what that's
up to some stuff, aren't they? Wow. They're building something in there. Those are giant cranes.
Maybe they're building a hockey rink now for the aliens. I don't know.
Wow. What are they up to in Area 51?
They're building something, that's for damn sure. I don't know what, but hang on a minute. I might have got something here. Hang on 1 second. Let me check this. Oh, no. Never mind. It's just something stupid a friend of mine said. Yeah, but they're working. I don't know what they got going on. They're building something, but I don't see like a black spire. But, then there's this thing here. I don't know what this is supposed to be here. But this is just south of the base. Like, I think that's supposed to be where the tower is supposed to be, according to the coordinates that were put in. But it looks more like it's a radar dish that's just being disassembled or put back together or something. I don't know what that is.
Freaky.
Yeah, I wonder what they're working on there.
Wow. Okay, next. They discovered a mysterious gate of the gods cut into a Peruvian mountain. You guys hear about this? It's
the gate of the gods.
It's a portal, maybe they think, but it's a mysterious rock cut structure in Peru. Archaeologists are searching for clues about its purpose still.
I've seen about this, and I think there's others elsewhere too that are similar to this?
What
Look at
the
that.
hell is that?
Look at these vertical grooves.
Well, didn't they find out that one of the mountains in Peru wasn't really a mountain? It was a pyramid. Maybe that's part of a pyramid they never finished or got destroyed.
There's several of these that are similar. It's pretty wild.
A lot of them do. They believe it's a portal to other dimensions or.
And then also they've discovered a strange altar found. This is from Live Science. Strange altar found, and it has 4 people buried inside of it.
Oh, I bet it is a pyramid that got demolished or something.
Is this at the same place?
I think it is.
Rob?
I'm not sure. Pretty wild though. They found
I think this is a totally different story, different place
Yeah.
than that Heaven's Gate door. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Well, I
Strange
mean,
altar.
It's weird too because now they're thinking that places like Peru and the Amazon were once like they're looking at it, they use LiDAR, and they're thinking it was just a massive city that just got lost in nature that an ancient civilization had. So that's what the big rumor is.
Yeah, there's they found those. They did those scans of the pyramids and they found those weird structures underneath them. And there's an AI video going around that people have made, and it's just a video, and it says that they found the underground tunnels, and the actual structures, and it shows them looking at these pillars with copper around them and stuff, and it's not real. It's totally fake. The whole thing's fake. So.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. And I've already seen a couple of YouTubers even going, "Oh my God, look at this! They found the actual, what's under the pyramids," and it's just an AI video.
I get so sick of that. I fallen claim to it too. The whole you find a video, and you think it's legitimate, and it turns out it's clickbait. I get so sick of that because the videos that come up, they're like, "Oh my God, they found out that let's say for example, snakes ate all the ghosts or some shit like that." I don't know, and it's like it's such bullshit. Like it drives me nuts because they were doing the test footage for the new Walking with Dinosaurs leaked out over the winter, and everybody thought those were plesiosaurs, like legitimate plesiosaurs, and they're not.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is fake.
Yeah, that
totally fake, everybody.
First of all, you're not going to have copper that clear, especially if it's an old pyramid building like that. Second of all, you notice that it's like there's no ceiling.
That it's what?
There's no ceiling. It's just straight sky. Like in a couple clips, you'll see it. There's just straight sky. There's no ceiling or nothing like that.
Really?
Yeah. Like right there, back there, it looked like there was no ceiling.
Yep, all fake, everybody. Just so you know. Pretty wild fakeness. So, have you guys heard about what's going on with the Minecraft movies?
I gotta move close over here. I gotta get a desk.
Yeah, sorry.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey. You heard about it, Bubba?
Oh, how did you not hear? We talked about it the other night on the show. Do you not pay attention to your own?
Bubba's scrolling on his phone for Bigfoot pictures.
He's looking for the AI Bigfoot pictures. This is the theater here in Jacksonville actually got shut down for a similar case.
Did it really? So during the movie Minecraft right now, which has made like $350 million, by the way. It's like saved the cinema single-handedly almost and made so much money. But you got the older crowd, younger crowd going. It's a generational thing, and they're making a ton of money. Anyway, they're there's a scene in the movie where Jack Black looks over at Jason Momoa in his girly outfit he's wearing and he just says chicken jockey, and he says it all cool though. He's just like chicken jockey. And when he says it now, the whole entire theater goes nuts and everyone goes crazy and throws stuff and they take their shirts off and swirl them around and they climb on each other's backs and like ride each other like a chicken jockey. Because that's what I guess a chicken jockey is, somebody riding on a chicken, right?
Do you have a video of this?
There's all over. Do you got some?
I got one.
Dude, the guy with the chicken is amazing.
Wait for it. Bubba, we talked about this. I also want to point out too.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa looks like a Temu 1980s WWF wrestler. just watch this.
I don't see the big thing with this movie. Like, I just have no interest in seeing it.
I don't have any interest either, but here you go. Here's the video.
I do. I'd want to go crazy when they say chicken jockey. Look at that dude. He has a chicken. That's the chicken guy. That dude is so famous.
How do you explain you're smuggling in a motherfucking chicken to a damn movie and not make it sound like, you're a creep?
At the end of it, it shows him sneaking it out. Watch. Oh, no. The other one, I saw,
it gets out.
He was getting out the door with it.
This is happening in like a lot of movies. Like, I see they raid the popcorn room with all the bags of popcorn. They start smacking people with it. Obviously we saw the one with the chicken, all that shit.
Right.
Why is this movie I play video games, but I hate Minecraft. I've never played it. I don't have no intention to play it. Why is this movie the one where everyone's going batshit crazy?
The cops are being called now at every theater.
The cops.
And when they take the people away that are getting arrested, everyone yells, "Take them away! Get out of here! Get those people out of here!" The whole crowd yells at them. And then when the cops leave, they sing, "No, no, 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 hey, hey, goodbye."
The one I liked was the kid. He tried starting a chant or something like that. And he's doing this chant right as the cop's coming up to him because he's been disturbing this film the whole time.
Yeah,
and he's like yelling, "I say mine, you say crafty," the whole movie. And this cop finally yells at him and says, "Get out!" And it's like, I don't get why. I don't get it. I don't get why the fast station for this scene.
Chicken jockey. Yep. I want to go now just to go crazy when he says that. Get kicked out. Because, I don't really care about seeing the movie anyway, so I'll get kicked out.
I got better things to waste my $5 on. There's better films coming out this
year. Man, adults still play Minecraft, It's crazy. It's like Roblox. Kids play that. Adults play that too. There's all these mods and stuff to be a Roblox cop, and I don't know what the deal is. People still play Roblox.
A friend of mine sent me this. Apparently, he was in Jacksonville theater when it happened. He said it was almost literally like this. Every time you hear chicken jockey. He said the film was fine until that scene, and he said it was like every fucking crazy crackhead went crazy for that scene. It's like, why is this a thing?
That's great, man. I think it's hilarious.
Our show talks about UFOs, Bigfoot, and ghosts. We're talking about chicken jockey
and chicken jockeys.
Chicken jockey, yeah. I'll say this.
Chloe says she's not going.
I'll say this though, that film looks. I'd rather watch the Minecraft movie than that god awful Snow White movie I've heard about. That film sounded bad.
It kind of bombed too, didn't it?
It bombed massively. It cost Disney $700 million. That's with filming and the press and all that shit. And it only made back like $86 million. It tanked. And a lot of people said it's because of the main actress, Rachel Zegler. her negativity towards the internet, her negativity towards people, her negativity towards Gal Gadot, which I don't understand why you'd be negative towards Gal Gadot. That woman is beautiful.
She was Wonder Woman, wasn't she?
Yes, she was Wonder Woman. Gal
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, Miss Gadot, whatever you
Yep.
say, ma'am.
So, okay.
Jonah said she hated Snow White. She watched it.
Yeah.
Wow, my condolences, Chloe.
You saw the new one, huh? I'll be damned. So, took the plunge. You didn't listen to the hype, the bad hype.
The critics.
So, okay, next, there's a pharmaceutical pollutant, right?
Oh, is this the what is this called? I heard about this the other day. Go ahead.
It's causing strange behavior. It's a pollutant called shout out to the debrief, by the way. It's a pollutant causing psycho salmon. It's causing them to display curious behavior, concerning behavior. It's called clobazam, and it's appearing in global waterways, and it's altering the behavior of creatures. It's like they're on psychoactive drugs, and it's getting into their bloodstream, and they
Crackhead salmon.
the crackhead salmon then enter our waterways. And it's eating their brains, or it's in their brains, and there you go.
Crackhead zombie salmon.
Crackhead zombie salmon. And they're just acting wild and crazy. There you go. Boom. Crackhead salmon, ladies and gentlemen.
So,
Thank
like,
you,
it's
Big Pharma.
So it's a pharmaceutical drug that's causing all the salmon and a couple other animals to just go crazy.
Yep. Pretty awesome, huh?
Well, like, do they have any idea like what drug it is that's causing?
Yeah, yeah. It's this they just named it right here. The drug clobazam. It's clobazam, and it's accumulating in salmon's brains.
Clobazam.
And it's a pollutant, basically, but it's just turns into this antiolytic drug. Antiolytic drug, clobazam.
Clonazepam.
Clobazam.
Can you put it in the chat real quick? I just want to make sure because I think my fiance might take it. I don't want to say anything, but it sounds like you. Clobazam.
I think my fiance's on that.
No, I don't think she's on that one.
She's been acting a little crazy lately.
Some of that's gotten into these people protesting right now.
That's funny. Let's see. From space.com, NASA has spotted a monster black hole, a new one.
I'm not the black hole. What the hell are you doing?
Releasing 100 times more energy than they've ever seen elsewhere. That's pretty nice. Well, it was previously inactive, and it's only 300 million light years away, but it's erupting the longest, most powerful X-ray blast we've ever seen. So there you go. Quasma periodic eruptions, ladies and gentlemen. Bam.
Quasma periodic eruption.
Yeah. Shooting out X-rays 10 times longer and 10 times more luminous than from what we've seen.
I think this is also the black hole that the NASA scientists mapped out a couple of years ago, didn't she?
Is it?
I think if it's the one that's like really close to us, but not too close where it's going to hurt us, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's 300 million light years away, so
Yeah, that
that's
might
right
be
around
it.
the corner. There you go. Let's see. Scientists have found dozens of 12th and 13th century books in some European monasteries that are hairy books. They're hairy, and they're covered in seal skin, basically. And they're probably procured by Norse traders. Now, let's see if we can get a picture of them.
Because nothing gets more metal than a book bound in fur made of seal skin.
Dude, hairy books. That's right. Medieval books. There they are. Handcrafted, bound with skin from seals.
You just have
DNA,
a
they
bunch of
finally
guys
figured
shaving.
out, reveals that these skins came from northern Atlantic Ocean, where they were hunted in the 12th and 13th centuries. They're traded by Norse descendants of the Vikings before ending up as book covers. Boom. Can we get some pictures of them or not? No. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Oh, wow.
I bet them things smell good.
No, they probably don't.
13 hairy books they found from daughter abbeys in France, England, and Belgium, dated between 1150 and 1250. Wow.
Probably smell like seafood and rotten crotch.
Oh, they probably smell like they probably smell like hell, for all I know.
Viking seals books, baby. That's pretty damn cool.
And people wonder why animals like the fucking dodo went extinct, because we're using them for the dumbest shit.
And Skeletor says to shave them books.
Yeah. There you go. Shave them, baby.
Well, I can see that if they were beaver skin.
Shut up! Get him out of here! Kick him out! I'll fire him. Oh, she told me about that the other day. I know Chloe in real life. She lives down in Florida. She works at a mechanic shop. She works on like cars, trucks, boats, even. And she says they got a large amount of Teslas in where somebody decided to key them up and they have to replace a panel. And she says it's fucking horrible to do that. That it's like you got to take the whole car apart almost.
Wow.
Hello,
yep, that's
Dakota.
true, Brent. Big Pharma pollutes more rivers and creeks than anything. Yeah. They made us Psycho Salmon. So we got them to thank for that. Thank you very much. Psycho Salmon.
Psycho Salmon.
Uh-huh.
That does sound like a good band name.
Yeah, it does. Skeletor's right. It does sound like a 90s band name, Psycho Salmon.
Let's see.
What's up, Dakota?
That's about all I had, kind of, sort of, except now Bubba Files. What did you have for us, Bubba?
I just had the one thing that, for some reason, we can't get into now.
Oh, I know about it. I know the article. I know like the case that he's talking about that's displayed in the article. So, I guess a declassified document that was posted on the CIA website is actually revealing a UFO attack on Soviet forces, which is kind of well known, but it goes into a lot more detail about this apparently. So it was about apparently the article was actually released in in 2000. In 1972, up near I believe it was Grozigrad, some Soviet forces were conducting a military exercise, and they spotted a UFO that was flying very close to the ground. So what do you do when you see a UFO flying close to the ground? Well, they don't take a photo. They grab the RPG and shot the motherfucker. They shot the fucking UFO down. Not, hey, how's it going? Not like that. They were just like, vodka, bam. When the UFO crashed, the occupants inside the UFO stepped out, and they brandished apparently some type of military or some type of alien weapon or ray beam that once somebody was hit with this ray beam, they turned to stone instantly. They were petrified. And according to the Russian, according to the report, 23 soldiers supposedly died from this whole event. There was only 2 survivors. The 23 stone soldiers are reportedly kept in Moscow in a research facility. And it's fascinating too, because this is like a well-known case. Everybody thinks, UFOs are like, oh, it's not really harmful to you or stuff like that. But this is one of those cases where, if it's real, they killed 23 guys who basically fucked around and found out. And the CIA actually has files on it, apparently.
Well, I mean, even if aliens come here and they come here in a peaceful manner, if they're attacked, I mean, you gotta expect they're gonna fucking attack back. Like.
Well, it's like I said, the Russians decided, hey, let's not, wave at them and see if we can't make contact. They decided to fucking shoot this thing out of the sky. Of course, whatever survives the UFO, and apparently the UFO later, after the initial attack, the UFO did finally take back off and all its occupants left the atmosphere. The thing is, too, is that, that's it. That's it. The CIA's reports from the 1980s, but according to some articles point this being into like the 1970s, 1960s. It's a weird case. Yeah, even Rogan's talked about it. But now it's apparently being posted front page on the CIA's website, I guess. Or the CIA is actually acknowledging that this is a rumor of some type. Yep, 1980s. That's when it happened.
Wow.
And it's like I said, you see a UFO flying down, you don't just shoot it down and expect them to come out and, be friends and all that stuff. No, they're going to be fucking pissed off.
Remains of the soldiers were transferred to a secret research institution. Wow.
Which I'm sorry. That sounds like these soldiers were just like dehydrated, or that sounds worse than being vaporized, turning into stone.
Yeah, it does. Ooh. Wow. Well, stuff, is coming out, man. I mean, with AI, it's going to be harder and harder for people to hide anything.
There's a lot of it's weird too, because if you hear a lot of the Russian stories, the Russians seem to be the ones that had the worst track record with the aliens. There's reports of MiGs being shot down. There was a report of a I gotta look at the name of the boat, but it was a Russian destroyer that supposedly was damaged by a UFO that flew too close and scraped the top of it off.
Mm-hmm.
You have reports of the Red Square incident, which is where a UFO landed, and they claim these like 4 giant robotic beings came out, took ground samples. All the people started panicking. They saw a giant robot thing. No pun intended, by the way, to any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, and also think about this too: the Soviet Union is like the biggest country there is. So if this stuff does happen, I mean, they got a higher chance of it happening there just because of the size alone.
Right. It's just it's one of those weird stories that, like, when you hear it at first, you're like, it doesn't sound legitimate, but every once in a while, like the CIA supposedly declassifying this, which it didn't really declassify it. It just said they've heard of a case in the Soviet Union about this happening, and that's where this comes from. So,
wow, that's wild.
Yeah, so if anybody out here ever sees a UFO, don't. To all of our redneck friends down south, don't whip out the RPG. There'll be a lawn gnome before you know it. So it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things. Also, did you guys hear about the tariff situation with the Loch Ness monster?
Oh,
What?
God.
All right, so everybody knows that Bubba's already like, oh God. Everybody knows that Trump right now is going batshit crazy with the tariffs, which it is what it is. He's our president, you know. It is what it is. Apparently, one of the tariffs that Scotland has put. I'll read the article here real quick. The legendary Loch Ness monster surprisingly ensnared in the turmoil surrounding President Trump's newly imposed trade tariffs. The famed cryptid reportedly finds itself involved in the geopolitical gamesmanship thanks to Steve Feltman, who has diligently watched the Scotland's famed cryptid since he moved to the location in 1991. To fund his record-setting quest to prove Nessie's existence, the monster hunter sells clay models, clothing, and stuffed animals. He's basically one of the big curators of the tourism feed for Nessie. So if you go down to Loch Ness, you have all these shops, all that stuff. If you want to go in and buy, like, say, a postcard with the Loch Ness monster on it, that you're supporting their trade. Well, because of that, because of the tariffs going on, they're going to stop purchasing and creating a lot of their so-called tourist memorabilia and souvenirs because of the tariffs, because it's so hard to get some of this materials needed to make, like, the shirts and the plastic models and all that stuff. So and this comes off the heels after just the other day they had their second Nessie sighting of the year, which I saw the photo and it doesn't look like it. I don't think it's Nessie. I just think it's a fish.
Fish.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at this. Look at this. I mean, that's supposedly their second sighting of the year. It's supposed to be right here. That either a turtle or a fish.
And that's just a bunch of words, is all that was.
Yeah, that's either a turtle or a fish. You could sit there and tell me if you're going to sit there and say, "Oh, that we got our second Loch Ness monster sighting." I want the head, the neck. I want the whole steak and potatoes. I don't want just a tip.
Yeah, that to me that doesn't prove anything. That could be
no. No. And it's like I get Bubba shit for being a Bigfoot fan, you know, but I've also got to realize I got to hold myself to the same esteem with Nessie. So I want Nessie to be real, but that don't show shit there.
Right. So some kind of breaking news. Strange sort of news. If I can find it, some more about it. There's a fire at the Pennsylvania governor's mansion. Mystery fire.
Again?
Let's see.
I saw something about that.
Wait, again?
They arrested a suspect now. I'll be damned. Allegedly jumped a fence outside the governor's residence in Harrisburg, where he broke into the residence, set the fire before fleeing. He busted in and set fire and took off. And
he did that in the wrong state's governor.
Yeah, why? They're charging him with attempted murder, terrorism, aggravated arson, and aggravated assault.
Wow, that's on the book of him, aren't they?
The FBI is involved. There you go.
He should have been in Illinois, not Pennsylvania.
So Shapiro, who's Jewish, posted a photo on his family's social media wishing his followers happy Passover.
It is Passover, ain't it? Happy Passover to all of our Passover celebrators.
So that's just kind of interesting. Kind of strange story there.
Does anyone know why he did it, or are they saying anything about that? Or
well, I mean, I think they just arrested him. I don't think his motive is going to be released. It's probably some. I mean, we got people that are burning the freaking Teslas for some damn reason. It's
burning governors' mansions. What's really going on here? Damn it!
I just wondered if it was if it was politically saying, or maybe dude just had something personal with that guy or something.
Could
Or
have been. You never know.
yeah, that's all I was wondering if they do.
Uh-huh. So one more interesting thing. There's a fake story by it's what people are doing is confusing AI, right? So they're confusing it by an April Fool's story, right? They're Google AI presented my April Fool's story as real news. So this guy publishes a fake story on his community news site, and basically, like, he published a fake story claiming this country had been recognized by the Guinness World Record for having the most roundabouts per square kilometer. And
Oh
he,
no.
he found out, he was shocked and worried to find the information is being used and presented as real information. There you go. So he's literally saying, you know, this town has a record for most roundabouts. So
That is a fair. I will give him credit. That is the most creative April Fool's prank I've ever. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I gotta admit, fooling Google AI.
Yeah.
Google AI falsely claimed Luke Littler had already run a darts final. AI chat box unable to accurately summarize news. AI suspends errors thrown AI generated news alert. See, it's messing up news, man. Something else they're finding, like when you're working with AI, like the more questions you ask it in the one sitting, it starts to kind of forget the stuff that you said at first, and then it'll start making mistakes. You know, if you do a whole lot of things, like it'll forget the early stuff. And so anyway,
Wow.
pretty cool. I thought that's was pretty funny, man. April Fools on the AI.
Yeah, you play a fool's prank on the AI, it's gonna get you back. It's gonna say Skynet activated. Then you're gonna fucking have.
The last two more things. JFK's conspiracy files did not release anything new. They were released earlier. You know, Trump promised 80,000 pages, but delivered 64,000 with no bombshells. The lack of revelations has caused all of us meta conspiracy theorists claiming cover up of a cover up. Still no answers.
The only thing it revealed really was that the CIA did believe there was a second shooter. That was it.
And it was also like everything that they did to try to hide it, more or less. That they did things to try to hide it and change the narrative. Like, and so it does contain that stuff that they did try to like lie to people.
Right. So the only thing it shows, the whole declassification of that, it kind of takes all the people who believe in the JFK conspiracy and proves them right.
Right.
That's basically it. Yeah. It's like everybody who said there was a second shooter, the CIA knew about it, and everybody was like, no, you're crazy. You don't believe it. No, they were right. They were actually right. Even the CIA thought it.
Yep. So the last thing I want to talk about that was just funny. You hear about Mickey Rourke on Big Brother? Just some celebrity news. It's unrelated, but it's weird and bizarre. He just went nutty on that show. It's like, I mean, obviously his career is going down the tubes if he's on UK Big Brother, but he was on the UK Big Brother, and I guess he was calling somebody homosexual slurs. There's like another a gay cast member, and he was calling them, you know, all kinds of words that you just can't use anymore. And he was just doing dumb, crazy, stupid shit. And so, they kicked him off of the show. So he got thrown out. So it's pretty funny. And I guess no one knows where he is too. Like he's like hiding or you just can't find him right now. He's just disappeared. So that's the other thing. And then Bella Thorne came out and said that after this happened, Bella Thorne came out and said, that Mickey Rourke assaulted her in a movie, of course, a long time ago. And he used like a pipe on her vagina or something.
What the fuck?
Like he was trying to like you do something with a pipe near her leg, and instead he was like rubbing it on her vagina. And he was basically being a weirdo and assaulting her, man. And so she's come out now. So that dude's done. That dude's toast. Goodbye, Mickey. Dick face.
Mickey Rourke was a good actor. He's been in several movies I've enjoyed, but
when he was young.
When he was young, yeah.
Then he kind of had a comeback with Iron Man and
Iron Man, the Expendables.
But he really those movies just prove that he can't act anymore. And he was terrible in Iron Man. That was horrible.
Well, apparently
his acting was anyway.
The thing I heard in Iron Man was they had these whole scenes set up where it was going to be more explaining his motivation as opposed to just being a bad guy.
Yeah,
he literally learned Russian to play the character, and they cut those out of the movie. And I'm like, that actually would have been pretty cool to see.
A lot of the parts of him were cut out.
Yeah, because if you really look at the movie, all he is just an angry Russian.
But that, those couple of movies made were kind of terrible, really. So they kind of actually ruined his career, and he didn't work after that. So there you go. And now he's on UK Big Brother.
And now he's on that UK Big Brother, and now it sounds like he's messed up again. So good luck finding work.
Yep, he's done. He's gone. So,
yeah.
Anyway, there you go. So, well, that sucks about the Teslas, Stoner. People, taking it out on the company Tesla by destroying their vehicles or whatever. That's just ridiculous to me. Sad, really. For the people who are just hardworking, people who have bought those cars and don't have anything to do with all this shit, they're getting their cars destroyed. That's messed up. I know people that have Teslas are scared. It shouldn't have to be like that. That's messed up. Leave Tesla people alone. There's kids in those cars. Come on now.
Well, and the thing that really drives me nuts is like a couple of years ago, they were like, "Oh, save the environment, get a Tesla," and then I saw a video the other day where somebody was claiming that the environment shouldn't be saved, and it's like.
That's lovely.
You guys are taking this way too far,
Right.
I'd own a Tesla if I could, but I mean that's just me. And I'm also a guy who likes like Camaros and Trans Ams and all that shit.
You fixed 7. So were those damaged by people, or were they just messed up?
That's like it's almost like okay, you don't like what Steve Jobs or whatever. You're gonna fucking destroy every iPhone. You
messed up and damaged, huh? That's wild. So what do? Just put a new battery in them? Just switch out the battery. You go buy some AAAs and just pop them in there.
Yeah, it's like there's something. She told me a while back. There's something she's got to do to it.
Probably on a computer. No, I don't know.
No, there's been a couple she said that were like keyed up or bashed in.
That's terrible. Stop doing that. We don't condone that kind of bullshit on this show.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't like Trump as much as the next person. I didn't care for Biden either, but don't be going after somebody's car just because you don't like what Elon's doing with the government.
Right.
Don't go after somebody's property just because you don't like what Trump's doing.
Yeah, those people pay, their hard-earned money for their cars. And
right. I never
stuff, and your insurance doesn't cover it because you got some big, stupid, deductible. And somebody has to pay $5,000 for a scratch on their card.
Yeah, I mean, even during the whole COVID thing when Biden was in office, I never gave anybody shit for getting the vaccine. I never. And I never gave anybody shit for not wanting the vaccine. It was just, it's your choice. If you want it,
Right.
go for it. It's
Yep.
it's just it's craziness what's going on in this world.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the show this week. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for getting involved. And next week we're gonna have a phone for you to call in, Skeletor.
Oh.
It's on the next Sunday night. We're working on
Oh no! He goes on the rig next week, Bubba.
phone number.
Oh.
Yep. So you'll be able to call in next week. We'll be actually taking calls from listeners. So from now on, during the show, every show, hopefully, we're going to try to rig it up.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we might have to have like a call segment, like instead of the whole show.
We need a phone screener, Tommy.
Yeah. I don't know if we can set that up. All right, Samurai Bigfoot loves all you guys. Samurai Bigfoot. He's like going to wave to you. Hold on. Oh, there we go.
I would honestly play an Assassin's Creed game that had a Samurai Bigfoot. The current Assassin's Creed game, it was okay. It wasn't anything spectacular like I hoped. But
I don't believe in Bigfoot, but I do believe in Samurai Bigfoot.
Samurai Bigfoot.
That's right. Samurai Bigfoot.
This should literally be a movie.
It should. I'm sure that someone's working on it probably.
From the creators of Velocipaster comes Samurai Bigfoot.
Samurai Bigfoot. You watch next year. It'll come out. All right. Tyler predicting the future. Okay, you guys. Have a good night. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next Sunday.
Easter Sunday, yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh.
I will still do the show. You think it's just Easter?
Well, I mean, you're mostly...
What do you think?
You're celebrating Easter mostly in the morning and
you just do like lunch, right? And you eat the eggs and do the egg hunts all over with, right?
Dude, I've got to grill. My family's grilling pork belly and ham. I've got to grill. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we didn't. Easter's always a big thing for my family.
So we're coming to your house for Easter.
Right, maybe Bubba? I don't know.
Yep, sounds like it.
Well,
no, just kidding.
Let me put you this way, okay? Let me put you this way. I'll look at my address so that way you guys know where to go.
Oh, there's our invite, Bubba. All right, that's a show, you guys.
Did you get my address?
You bleeped out there. I was trying to write it down. Damn
it. Do we want to try and go over that case file I wanted to do about the Flatwoods Monster next week too? We got nothing going on.
Okay, yeah, that sounds awesome.
I know we were gonna try and get to it tonight, but with the delay and everything, it's like it's just for next week. All
right, very cool. Tune in for that next week, you guys. And thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a good night. Peace out.
Enjoy that beautiful summer weather, and don't damage any Teslas. And always remember to chase that monkey unless it's a Samurai Sasquatch.
That's right.
Samurai Sasquatch chase you.
Chase that monkey. Stay weird.
Hey.